Wow! What is up, everybody? Today's episode of Jason's Awesome DVD Shelf. Something I'm going to do probably every now and then, maybe once a month or so. I'm actually going to do top 10 lists using my DVDs. I don't know how long I can keep that up because that will very limit me. But it's an idea, and I got a pretty good idea to start with. It's going since today, not today, but this month is October, and October is normally like sort of horror month, is when everyone starts watching horror movies, and a lot of horror movies are released in theaters, and then a lot of good horror stuff is released on DVD, some bad horror stuff as well. I thought for the first one for this month, I'll go ahead and list off my top 10 favorite horror movies that I own. Now this isn't like necessarily the best. Well, yeah, I guess I think these are the best too. But there's a lot of stuff that I really like that I don't own yet. So just using my DVDs, I'm just gonna go off of my 10 favorite horror movies that I own. I guess that makes a little sense, hopefully. Maybe, kinda, sorta. We'll see. Okay. So hopefully this may or may not go by quick. We'll see. Number 10. I'm putting this one at number 10 because this one probably, I guess depends on the person, might not find really scary. But it can get kind of creepy at times, and just, it's like really... You know how people say The Descent is all claustrophobic, when I think they mean claustrophobic means boring? This movie is actually claustrophobic because it's basically just about this kid who's trapped in this house full of fucking crazy people, and then to add like a race spin on it, it's a black kid trapped in a house full of crazy white people. So that's kind of funny on its own. But of course I'm talking about The People Under the Stairs, which I have on this Wes Craven collection box set thingy that I got. The other two movies on here, just if you're wondering, is Shocker, which is a very underrated movie, but I haven't seen it in a while, so I kind of needed to rewatch it. I didn't remember liking it when I was a kid, so hopefully it holds up. And then The Serpent and the Rainbow, which I have not seen yet, but everyone tells me that it's very good, and I probably should see it. And I own the movie, so I probably should get around to it. But my number 10 is The People Under the Stairs. If you haven't seen People Under the Stairs, you really need to check that out. That also is an underrated movie. I don't hear hardly anyone talking about People Under the Stairs. I also saw that when I was a kid, and it kind of did freak me out as a kid. It was probably my introduction really to kind of the gory horror movies, because up to that point I just watched kind of like the more atmospheric horror movies, kind of like, you know, well, a movie that's coming up on my list, and just a couple others. I did see, you know, of course I have seen Nightmare on Elm Street. That can be kind of gory, but this like kind of amped it up a bit. I think like the whole killing of a character. I won't. If you haven't seen it, I kind of don't want to spoil it. But there's a character who gets killed, and then they like kind of brutally kill him. So it's interesting. But anyway, People Under Stairs is my number 10. So check that out if you haven't. My number 9, and this and my another movie on my list here. I don't own a official release of it, so it's in this blank black case. My number 9 is going to be, if you can see that, The Reanimator. I love The Reanimator. It's just such stupid fun. It's basically a zombie movie, but it's like on another level. And the characters in it are funny. The guy that created the zombies, he's a really great character. He's kind of an asshole, but it's like he kind of has his own reason for doing things. So it's a very good movie. I like it, Reanimator. There are sequels to it. The second one, which I think is Bride of Reanimator, or Oh my god, I don't even remember. I think it's Bride of Reanimator. Uh, the second movie. That one was pretty good as well. And the thing that trips me out about Reanimator and the sequel is the villain, if you were. Just looks like, if you remember, because he hasn't been in the news lately, but if you remember what John Kerry looked like, you know, the senator or governor, whoever, who was running for president in 2004, this guy looks like him, and I saw Reanimator like right around that time, so I just couldn't get that out of my head. So that's just what I think. So that's that. Okay, number 8. These two also have sequels that I haven't seen, but I've heard the sequels aren't as good, and that's going to be Feast. I really enjoy Feast. It is a fun horror movie. It doesn't take itself too seriously. I love the way they introduce the characters. It's very unique. I've not seen that before. It's really awesome. You know, it's such a great. It's actually kind of an interesting story. It's like all these people are trapped in a bar, and these crazy monsters are outside trying to eat them. That's basically the movie. And it's got a very interesting cast. I mean, you got Henry Rollins, Judah Friedlander, Jason Mewes, Klugelager, and Klugelager's son directed the movie. This was famous for being the Project Greenlight movie, which, if you've seen that show, you saw it documented. I saw it. It was an interesting documentary. Is that even on here? No. They should have put that on there, but whatever. Okay, so Feast, number 8. If you haven't seen it, check it out. My number 7, it's kind of a cult classic, but it's also very kind of similar to Feast, where they kind of have fun with the whole horror genre. And this one is, and this is for Nick Job out there, he would totally love this. This is a meta horror movie, and it can't get any more meta than this, of There's Nothing Out There. What makes it meta, and this isn't spoiling it, this is the actual plot of the movie, is a bunch of people are going to a house that's like in a forest somewhere, and one of the guys that's with them is a hardcore horror nerd who's seen like a shit ton of horror movies, and like everything that's happening just reminds him of a horror movie, and he just keeps saying that. That guy can get mildly annoying because, like, basically his only lines of dialogue for 20 minutes is, "This is just like a horror movie. I've seen this in a horror movie." It gets kind of annoying, but you kind of can put up with it because it gets really interesting. It probably isn't for everybody, I will admit that, so don't get angry at me if you don't like it. But it is really interesting and funny, and I say give it a go. I don't know if how widely available it is, because I kind of bought this in LA, and I don't know if DVD is hard to find. It might be, I don't know. But if you can find it, give it a watch. It's really good. My number 6. I'm just gonna say it, I guess. It's Wreck. And I think the DVD was in there. Because it's not making a noise. Anyway, it's Wreck. And I'm going with the first one because I think the sequel ruins everything. I did not like Wreck 2. And I haven't seen Wreck 3 yet, so I don't know what that's gonna be like. But I really do enjoy Wreck, and this is the original. This isn't the American one. Was that Quarantine? Yeah. Don't watch that. Just watch this. I mean, it's. I think there's subtitles. Just read the fucking subtitles. It'll be worth your time. Trust me. Good movie. Definitely check it out. And I think I've been saying that for everyone, but I don't know how else to end the segments. Number 5. A recent favorite of mine. I just discovered this movie a couple of years ago, and I really do enjoy it. And that is going to be Trick or Treat. I'll go with that. Um, this is starting to get some ground. It was like quietly put onto DVD, and then it got a cult following. But now it seems like it's been popping up a lot lately, and I'm glad because I actually do quite enjoy it. It's a very good anthology movie. All takes place all on Halloween, and it's very good, very appropriate for this time of year. So definitely, definitely check it out. Yeah, whatever. Okay, and number 4. I have nothing much to say to this. American Werewolf in London. You can't go wrong with that. Classic. My number 3. I think we're getting into the class. Well, nah, the next 2. Anyway, this is another one that I don't have like an official case for. But Poltergeist. I do love me some Poltergeist. This is a really great movie, and I mean, what can you say about Poltergeist? It's just, you've either seen it or you haven't, and if you haven't, watch it. What the fuck's wrong with you? Just go see it. All right, my number 1 is probably not going to surprise anybody, so this will probably be quick. Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. This was always my favorite version of the series, just because it's so goddamn goofy. Like, I don't understand it, but it's just so like awesomely stupid. Like, it puts a smile on my face just thinking about it, and yeah, more people need to see Part 6. All right, number 1. Say it with me. Yes, of course. This would be my number 1. Surprised? No, of course not. So, that's that. That is my top 10 favorite horror movies that I own. It was a little hard for me to do because there are some I could have put on there. There are some movies I own that, oddly enough, I haven't seen yet. There are some that I didn't know, should go. So these are like the ones that I just like kind of just thought of when I was putting this list together. So anyway, if you want to make your own list, feel free to do so in the comments. You don't have to make a video. You can just list them. That's fine. And don't have to be movies you own. If you want to just do favorite overall, that's fine as well. So anyway, thank you for watching, and happy Halloween.